It is a pleasure to welcome our next guest on the program. He'll be making his RIZIN debut against Shoko Sato at RIZIN.52 on March 7th, the former LFA bantamweight champion, John Hollywood Sweeney. John, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, for starters, our matchmaker here at RIZIN, Shingo Kashiwagi, he described you as a fighter with a very hungry spirit and an extremely aggressive fighter. Do you agree with that description, or how would you describe yourself?
I totally agree. Very hungry, uh, very passionate about what I do, and also very aggressive. And I plan on showing exactly my aggressive karate style when I get to Japan. From the face-offs, from the interviews, from the whole shebang.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get into your background, growing up, and how you got into martial arts. Is it true that growing up, you wanted to play football, and your dad actually told you you should try something else?
Yes, 100%. I was maybe 16 when my pops like took me to the side and was like, I don't think you're gonna be able to get a scholarship or play football. You're undersized, so he harped on me, convinced me to wrestle, and I finally agreed. So, but this was okay. So this was I was 12 when I started. I was like 12 years old when I started wrestling, but so I wrestled and did football at the same time, but I was way more serious about football. So when he finally convinced me to that I wasn't gonna be able to get a scholarship to go to college to play football, and convinced me to go to Upstate Karate, and man, I'd never look back.
So you were doing actually both at the same time, yeah?
Yeah, I was.
But you were more passionate or more interested in football?
Oh, 100%. That was my first love. I love football.
I guess like what got you interested in football, and why did you prefer that over the martial arts in the beginning?
Um, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers. My favorite player was Jerome Bettis, and I was a short, stocky kid. I was like 5'4", 190 pounds, but I could do backflips. I was fast. I was athletic. So I don't know if you know who Jerome Bettis is, but he's a bigger back, and so I looked up to him, and I thought I could, you know, be like Jerome Bettis. That's all I wanted to be like Jerome Bettis growing up. So I loved football so much, and I wanted it so bad. I honestly think I cried a little bit when my pops told me that football ain't for you. So yeah, man, it was heartbreaking. But once you start winning in wrestling, um, it's such a one-on-one thing. Like once you start winning, the confident boost you get from walking out on that mat by yourself and pinning a kid, or like just doing good in front of all your friends and family. It's nothing like that feeling. So once I started winning in wrestling, I forgot all about football.
Yeah, so many fighters that have kind of a background in more traditional sports, they always say that, whether it's boxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, the one-on-one aspect is really what sells them on competing in martial arts. Would you say that's basically how you felt?
Oh, oh yes, sir. I would 100%. It's nothing like it.
And so let me just clarify. You were doing both at the same time. You started at the age of 12, or when did you start?
So I started wrestling. I believe in the seventh grade, and I played football all the way up to the 11th. So once I got into the 11th grade, I ended up quitting football and going straight from upstate karate to wrestling practice, or from wrestling practice to upstate karate. So I would get out of school, go straight to practice, wrestle, leave practice, go straight to upstate karate, train whether it was karate or jiu-jitsu or whatever it was or MMA, whatever we were training that day. Then I would leave there and go straight I would save my money. I would get $5 in the morning from my grandmother. Save my $5. She would take me to Subway, or my brother, whoever picked me up, take me to Subway, get my sub, go home, and repeat the process. And man, I went from wrestling at 185 to my senior year wrestling at 145.
Wow, how did you lose the weight? Was it just through training, or like you kind of had to focus on the diet?
Training, Saving my money and eating that $5 footlong. I took the Jared approach. That's what yep, took the Jared approach, man. Those $5 footlongs, bro, and in training all day, saving my money, skipping lunch. I was a disciplined kid. I was a disciplined kid, man.
Wow, that's incredible. So you were not only doing wrestling, you were actually training karate, jujitsu all at the same time.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Always from the age of 12?
Up from 12 to yep, all the way from the age of 12. Yep. Started so I started with wrestling at 12 and I started at Upstate Karate about 16 and a half, 17.
Oh wow, so you had a couple of years under your belt in wrestling before you started training karate.
Yes.
Wow. But which obviously you have a backbone in both, but which one are you more comfortable doing?
Mm, as I got older, I love to knock people out. So I would say I love striking more than I love wrestling. But I would say I also fell in love with jiu-jitsu. Like once I got to Upstate Karate, I started just training jiu-jitsu for like a year and a half straight, maybe 2 years, and fell in love with that. So my ground game is kind of really based around my jiu-jitsu more than is my wrestling.
And I want to kind of
And
maybe
go ahead, go ahead. My fault, bro. My fault,
you're all
my
good.
fault. You
It's all
got me
good.
excited,
Don't
man.
worry about
You
it.
got
Don't
me
worry about
excited. I'm up, got my tea going.
it. Yeah.
I'm feeling good, man.
Absolutely. No, I wanna let you go on and on. The fans want to hear from you. They want to hear from John Hollywood. So maybe let's rewind just a little bit before you started doing martial arts.
Okay.
I heard that you watched Pride and the UFC with your dad growing up.
I did, yep.
I guess what are some of the memories that come to mind from that time, and how old?
Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell. Um, those were our favorite guys to watch. Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Some Anderson Silva, but I kind of grew on Anderson Silva when I got a little bit more involved in the sport. Um, Man, I forget the video game that they first released. It may have been UFC or man, I forget the video game they first released, but we used to play that all the time. My pops was huge into MMA, very big into MMA when it first started. My pops was like if UFC and MMA was around when my pops was younger, 100% believe he would have been a fighter. But like growing up in the country and growing up with my pops growing up with his dad, he did a lot of fighting and a lot of like backyard brawls and man, my pops was a sad. My pops could like bench like 500 pounds, squat 600 plus pounds. Yeah, my pops is a beast, man.
Strong guy, strong dude. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that was like a big maybe incentive for him to tell you to start doing martial arts?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like I'm a smaller, lighter guy, but I'm very strong and very powerful, and I know I 100% get that from my pops. And like once I wrestle guys and touch guys, they feel my strength, and sometimes man, they can't believe how strong I am, and that's been all my life. Like I got knockout power, and more than that, like my grappling is very underrated. So I'm excited to showcase my grappling here in Rising a little bit more than I've done previously in my career.
That's awesome. So when you started doing upstate karate, was that always with the Thompson family, or was it elsewhere?
Always with the Thompsons.
How did you get the connection to train with them?
My dad, he just convinced me he knew about upstate karate, and my dad told he was like he had the plan all along. He told me that karate and wrestling would be one of the strongest bases to have for MMA, and if I wanted to be seriously if I wanted to take fighting serious and be serious about my fighting and my craft, or about going to the UFC, or about being the best fighter I could be, that upstate karate was the place to be.
Wow. And tell
And he
me,
knew about Wonderboy.
yeah,
And
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. I was no, I was just going to ask you about Wonderboy. Like, what is your relationship like with him? How long have you known him? Have you always trained with him?
I've known Wonderboy, like I said, since I was 16, 17. I'm 30 now. So our relationship is great. He was very, I'm currently at a different gym. Um, just how life works. I ended up leaving the gym, but we are still close. I still chat with them on social media here and there, or like I'll repost them a post, or but it's no bad blood, but I'm not at the gym anymore. Um, just things happen to where I didn't really agree with some of the things that were going on behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, I love them, and I know they still have so much love for me, but I'm not there anymore, and I'm moving forward, and but I'm taking all my skill that I learned from there and continuing to progress and sharpening my blade, and I'm gonna display and still display my upstate karate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll ask you in a minute about where you're training now, but just your whole background, you did wrestling, you did karate, you did jiu-jitsu, you were watching Pride in the UFC growing up, obviously with the motivation from your father. Was the plan
Yes,
always
sir.
to do martial art, to do MMA, or was it just happened?
Um, Yes, 100%. The plan was always to once I got into MMA, it was a no-brainer for me. Like I'm like when I'm locked in on something, I'm all the way in. So once I've started training MMA, I completely forgot about football, and I was locked into getting a scholarship to wrestle in college, and after college to continue fighting. And I literally won a in the 12th grade I won an IKF kickboxing world title. So it
Wow,
was so once I started fighting, it was always all right. This is what I'm doing. Let's go.
that's incredible. Did you do any competitions in wrestling and jiu-jitsu as well?
Oh yes, sir. I wrestled at Limestone College. Got a scholarship to wrestle there. I didn't stay the full year. Was a knucklehead in school. Having fun. First time having a little freedom, and you know, and is what it is. And then so I left college and I convinced my parents to allow me to just continue fighting and turn pro. I told them that I would go to the local technical college here in our state, but I never ended up going. A year later, I turned pro, and here we are.
Yeah,
Former world champion, now rising athlete.
exactly, exactly. So you're talking about your pro career, since we've kind of touched on your background. April of 2017, you make your pro debut in your hometown in the LFA, and from there you put together
Yes,
a
sir.
6-1 record. What are some of the memories that you have from the early part of your career?
Uh, just I would say my favorite memory is the Shelton sales fight. When I come out there, it's a electrifying crowd. Man, I got so many people in attendance to see me. I come out there aggressive. I end up submitting him with a ninja choke, and he collapses on the cage. I don't know if I know you've seen the John Jones Lyoto Machida fight where
Yes.
he hits the standing guillotine against the cage and Lyoto just drops. That's exactly how it was. I put him in a ninja choke, and that choke comes on so quick. He didn't even have time to tap. He just dropped on us on the side of the cage. I ran to the top of the LFA cage and did a backflip off. That's probably my favorite memory from the LFA days.
Yeah,
But I'm undefeated in the LFA. I have I think maybe 8 fights under them now, or 6 or 8 fights under them now, and undefeated. So it's a lot of great memories from LFA.
yeah, definitely. No, I was actually looking at your Instagram, and I'm pretty sure I saw that highlight of the ninja choke.
Man, yes, sir. What'd you think about that? What'd you think of it?
It was clean. It showed your jujitsu, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And so after you have that early run in your career, you hit a bit of a rough patch, losing back-to-back fights. And you described losing to Cody Durden specifically as a major turning point in your career. What was about that point in your life and your career that made you feel that way?
I just didn't like the guy. I do not, and I still don't like him. But
Cody Durden.
it was just something about that loss specifically. I was coming off of a loss. I took some time off and really getting back to myself and really back to training hard. And he had like 4 or 5 fights in a calendar month, like so he was really like primed and ready to go. So took that fight. Maybe I should have, whatever. We fight. My dad's a troll. So my dad, like months before, my dad like took a picture with Cody at one of the local events to like get under my skin to mess with me a little bit. And he would always show me the picture. So after I lost, bro, I was devastated. I'm like, my fucking dad has a picture of the guy with him in his phone. Like, I was devastated, man. So I vowed to myself and to my pops, I was like, I'm never losing again. No shortcuts. I'm gonna train harder than I ever trained before. My cardio, jujitsu, wrestling, everything. Like, and get back to wrestling more because this is when I was just doing so much karate, so much stand up. I was neglecting my wrestling. I wasn't even applying it into my fights, and that was a big reason why I feel I lost that fight. So I just went back to the drawing board, and once I did, I went on a crazy run, and haven't lost since.
Yeah. So was
I
it
don't
around?
plan on losing again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Was it around that time that you had changed training camps? You went to a different gym.
No, I was still with Upstate Karate there. The title defense of the last fight is the only fight that I have not with Upstate Karate.
Okay, so it was quite recent.
Yes, sir.
I see. I see. So obviously, after that point in time, as you mentioned, you go on a crazy run, many good results. You
That,
win the belt. Sorry, can you say that again?
it's that I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Yeah, I can hear it on your end as well.
Okay.
It's a little bit staticky. Is
Okay.
the connection is okay?
Yeah, I can try to turn my Wi-Fi off, but that's it.
Yeah, give that a shot. Give that a shot.
Still here.
Yeah, it's still a bit staticky.
Well, if you don't mind, I mean, my phone is kind of hot, so I don't know if that's the problem.
Okay, yeah, no, let's try to figure this out. Let's try to see if we can fix this.
It's all good. I mean, I'm not. It's all good. You're a professional here, brother.
Sorry, it's just it's still like I can hear what you're saying. Just the sound is a bit difficult. Do you maybe want to try rejoining the call? Maybe that will fix it.
Phone, brother. My phone is running hot. Like the back of it is steaming right now.
Wow. Well, I can hear you. I can hear you okay right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's getting a bit staticky again. Can you say something quick?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's it's it's
Yeah.
still it still sounds a bit rough. Do you happen to have maybe like a laptop you can join from?
Uh, nah, I don't. Um, anything. I mean, uh, I can put my phone in the freezer to let it cool down really
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever you need, whatever you need.
And I'll call you right back.
Copy. No worries, no worries.
Yes, sir. But we here. We back.
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and
All
clear.
right.
All right. All right. Just give me a sec to put the cameras back on, and then we can resume.
All right. Are they big on sir or yes sir or no ma'am stuff like that in Japan?
So the way they communicate, they use honorifics a lot. So like the way you talk in Japanese is definitely about kind of the respect, you know.
Okay, right. Okay,
So
perfect, perfect.
let's Yes, sir. So let's pick up where we left off. I was going to ask you, you went on this crazy run after that rough patch in your career. You put on a big win streak. You won the LFA title, but now you're coming off of about a 20-month layoff. But over the last 5 years, you've put a long win streak together. What have you been doing in your time away from competition so far?
Um, Playing a lot of basketball, skateboarding. This was what I was doing. So I played a lot of basketball, skateboarding, just like reconnecting with my family, dealing with I had my best friend had passed away, my nephew passed away. I wasn't really healed on that all the way, so I did my healing. Uh really just family, just started to find myself and connecting spiritually, you know what I mean, and just trying to enjoy learning how to enjoy what I've accomplished without feeling the anxiety of rushing or having to prove something to other people or having to the thought of having to help this family member, help this person, or I'm doing this because I've got to do this for my family or do this for someone else instead of just taking the time to sit back for a second and really enjoy the moment and look back at my accomplishments and really be proud of myself.
Wow, that sounds like a very difficult period. Do you almost see it as like a blessing in disguise that you didn't have to compete during that time?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I feel
So,
like I kind of did compete at that time. My last fight, I feel like I was still harboring some stuff, but
mhm.
now I feel like I'm back. Like and it took a little time, but now we back.
And I guess obviously in that time where you didn't have fights and you were dealing with all of these things in your personal life, were you away from the gym or were you always training? What was that situation like?
Um, I was in the gym here and there. I would be training at different gyms around. I was just bouncing around. I did a lot of training with myself. I got my like a home gym, so I was doing a lot of just like bag work, elliptical, stationary bike. Here and there, I would go train with Cody Freeland at the UFC gym Greenville. Um, my friend and teammate, Majid Corbett, Gamma World Champion. Be training with him. But I really didn't have a team and a family base to structure my training. Uh, but I don't think I've lost anything. I think I've gained, if anything, in the process.
When did you kind of start feeling again that you would be ready to return to action? When did that feeling return?
I just got the edge, bro. You never lose it. Like the type of fighter person I am, and the type of person many people, many fighters are. Excuse me, as many fighters are, you get to the point to where it drives you crazy not to compete. Like that's one of the reasons why I feel like you get that depression is because you're not competing. You need something to do, and you start spiraling and doing things that you shouldn't be doing as a professional athlete. And but once I uh, Jason hit me with that, hey, it's time to go. Uh, Man, I get excited and I'm always 10 toes down. You know what I mean? So, but we got that side to where we are all the way out or all the way in. If I'm partying, I'm partying. If I'm fighting, I'm fighting. You know what I mean? So, man, we fighting. But as I'm getting older and more wiser and understanding what I want out of this life, I don't think I ever will. Um, I know I never will stop martial arts. I will never stop training. I will, and I'm not, and I have so much to do with fighting. I have so much left to do with prize fighting, as in belts, money, um, with everything. I have so much to do.
Awesome. Yeah, and as you mentioned, Jason hit you with the call. You grew up watching Pride. How was it surreal when you found out that you got an offer to fight in Japan?
Man, yes, sir. Probably didn't go to sleep till like 4 or 5 that day. I was just up, excited, shadow boxing in the house, doing push-ups, sit-ups. Man, I had so much energy. I was, bro, like this is a dream come true. And a lot of people, most of the hardcore fans know Rosin Pride and like the tradition of fighting and where it started and how significant this is, especially for a fighter like me. So getting to come back and right some wrongs here at Rising, man, my story couldn't be written any better. Like if I had to pencil myself, like this is gonna be a hell of a story to tell my grandkids and kids when it's all said and done.
Yeah, a lot of fighters, especially fighters that are familiar, like you mentioned, the history of mixed martial arts in Japan. They always say they couldn't believe it when they get an offer to fight in Ryzen. Surely, one of the first things you did is called up your dad and let him know that you're fighting. You're
Oh
fighting
yes,
in
sir. He he's so nonchalant. He tries to hide his excitement sometimes because he wants me focused and training hard, and he just knows that he knows that I was still hurting a little bit from my best friend passing away, but he knows that once I lock in fully, it ain't no stopping me. So he was very excited. So when I called him, he um he gave me his 2 cents on what I should do and what to look out for. And he's been texting me every single day, every morning, texting me at night, sending me techniques, videos on Instagram of some new jujitsu move, or you know what I mean. So he's very excited. And unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to come to this one, but the next one, he's gonna be in my corner as well.
Yeah, I was. That's the next question I was going to ask. Like, does your dad corner you normally, and like, hopefully in the future he can come out to Japan? Yeah.
Yeah, so he cornered me the last one, and so this fight is just gonna be me and Carl Reed. Um, he's over at No Worries Academy. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He did a couple of camps with Stephen Thompson. He was in the corner, I think, not maybe the second time on Willie fight, or I can't remember what fight, but he's done world championship camps with amateur at the amateur level at Gamma, and also with the Wonderboy. So he's gonna be in my corner. And then after that, the next fight, I'm allowed 2 corners. So Pops is coming.
Awesome, awesome. By the way, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, doing the static thing again. My phone overheated so fast, I cracked the back of it, and now it's just overheating. I, yeah, I can't,
Yeah. So I only have a few more questions left. So if you want to, let your phone cool down one more time, I'm totally down to do that. It's all good. Yeah.
I'll give you a call back just a second.
Copy. Copy. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, I know they're gonna be like, why the hell do they keep changing locations?
Welcome back. So
Yes, sir.
actually, for some reason,
Yes, sir.
when you were in the other part of your house, the signal, the picture was much clearer. I'm not
That was
sure
at
if
my
it's.
sister's house.
Oh,
So
that
my
was
sister lives
okay.
across the. Yeah, she lives across the street. I mean, should I go? I can go back over there, but well, I think they're doing like a Bible study or something.
Okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. We can continue here.
Okay.
All right, let me just turn the cameras on again.
Let me think. I can.
Okay, just a few more questions,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
we
at my
can wrap
sister's
this baby
house.
up.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, we are back after some technical difficulties. So, John, was Shoko Sato the only name that Ryzen offered you, and what is your impression of him as an opponent?
Yes, it was the only name, and um, he's very aggressive. He's fast. He got I like his striking style, but I wasn't too impressed. He has a lot of fights. He's a veteran. But as far as anything that I haven't seen before, no. Um, yeah, if I had to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, I give them about a 5. You know, nothing too crazy. I respect the fact that he accepted the fight with me.
I see. And since signing with RIZIN, have you had a chance to look at the other fighters in your division and also the champion, Danny Sabatello?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of his fights with I watched his fight with Refion Stotts. Um, he's a good fighter too. A little bit boring, wrestling style, a little boring, but it's one guy you guys got in the bantamweight weight class that was pretty exciting. I watched the last card, and there's a lot of killers on that bantamweight roster. A lot of exciting fights for me. So the champion Danny is probably the easiest fight for me. But other than that, the younger guys are way more exciting to me. It seems like than the Sabatolo. I say Shoto Soto. How do you say his name?
Shoko Sato.
Shoko Sato. He is he's a very exciting fighter. He talks a lot of trash. He's exciting. He has some boring fights, but he's exciting with his trash talk and and with his style and his stance. But he wasn't that impressive. He's not Hollywood for sure. And yeah, he's not Hollywood.
I'm
Just
curious.
another face and body.
Mhm, mhm. I'm curious. I think a lot of
I'm
fans
just
might be shocked. I think a lot of fans might be surprised to hear that you feel that the champion of the division is one of the easier matchups. What makes you feel that way?
Just from finding similar guys to him all my career. He's come in and act like he wants to strike, and then he's gonna lay and pray, and he's gonna have that boring style, and but he's not strong enough to hold me down. His jiu-jitsu is trash. His striking is trash. All he can do truly is wrestle, and that's not even that good. So. Definitely one of the easiest fights in the division. Um, his last fight, very unimpressive. So honestly, I think getting the rising belt won't be too hard, especially if he's a champion.
Yeah, he's pretty infamous for trash talking all of the contenders in his division. So I think you can expect to hear from him on Twitter pretty soon. Once word
Oh,
gets out that
perfect.
are you ready for that type of trash talk from the champion?
I don't think he's ready for the type of trash talk that's gonna be coming his way.
I think the fans are really excited to see how that interaction will go down. So speaking of the champion and just the title picture at large, do you feel like one really big performance here can earn you a title shot, or do you feel like there will be some work to do before you get a title shot?
I feel like depending on how I finish Soto or how the fight goes, whether I have a very exciting, dominating um, full 3 round fight, or whether I submit him or knock him out in the first round. I think a submission or knockout will probably get me closer to the title shot within 1 or 2 fights than the drawn out, dominating win. So, but I won't say I won't really I won't that really even matters to be honest because first things first I'm gonna take care of him. But hopefully knocking him out gets me a title shot within the next fight. But I'm not even gonna be worrying about that right now because Danny's the type of guy who goes running. So if I do get a finish in the first round, I'm sure that Danny will make some type of excuse saying that I need to fight somebody else, or I need to do this, or need to do that before I get a fight with him. So hopefully I do stare ruffle his feathers a little bit, and he comes out talking a little trash on Twitter, and that'll make the process even easier on my end.
Wonderful. I have thoroughly enjoyed this interview so far. I don't want to take up too much of your time. What is
Yeah,
your
okay.
final prediction? What is your final prediction for this fight against Shoko Sato?
I'm predicting a first round finish, probably via uppercut. He likes to come in wild, so I see an uppercut or a maybe a standing guillotine, something really flashy. I won't give away too many secrets, but I see a first round finish. He likes to come forward very aggressive. I see him running into something real early, and he's putting his lights out.
Wonderful. And lastly, if you can give a message to the RIZIN fans in Japan and around the world.
I would just like to say that the champ is here. The champ is here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Rosin for signing me. I know we got a lot of fans, a lot of people who watch and support us. So man, we got a. I'm a star, and I'm gonna put on a highlight every single fight, whether it's a 5 round fight, 3 round fight, first round finishes. I am a man. Hollywood is literally Hollywood. Every fight is a movie. So I'm excited to come and put on movies and great performances. And yeah, thank you guys for the support. And when you uh when you guys see me fight, you'll understand why they call me Hollywood.
Perfect. John, I'm looking forward to meeting you on Fight Week, and I'm sure we will talk very soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the interview, and I'm excited as well.
Awesome. Thank you, my man. Take care.
Yes, sir.